Hey guys, welcome back. So I was super excited for my ride on Saturday until I hear this. Anyway, yeah, so it sounded pretty bad. I was a little bit nervous, wasn't sure what was going on. For a second, I thought I had a flat tire. So I kept riding a little bit. I was trying to record to see if maybe I could catch what had happened. So then I decided to stop. So for the rest of the ride, thankfully did not hear any more weird noises, but I did take that as a sign that it was time to wash my bicycle and also kind of just look over every single part and pieces that it has. I have not washed it or anything since getting the bicycle, and it's been about a month and a week or so. So yeah, come watch as I struggle to wash my bicycle. I went on that bike ride on Saturday, and here this is Sunday morning. I'm just kind of trying to show how dirty it was. It had a lot of buildup. Really wasn't too awful, but thankfully the bicycle is matte black, so it really kind of hides a lot of the dust unless you're really looking up close. I was trying to show you guys how kind of dirty it was and dusty and how the buildup was there. But overall, since it was a brand new bicycle, I want to say I've ridden maybe less than 1,000 miles since getting it. I can put the total Strava. And I also wanted to check out what was causing that weird noise. Thankfully, it was an easy find. As you can tell here, it's just that wire kind of popped off, and was able to quickly, click it back into place. And that's the only thing that I kind of found. There was another wire that I noticed later on after I take everything apart. So maybe you guys can help me out with that. But other than that, I didn't really see anything. There was a small little scratch too. I'll throw it in the video later on. I decided to take off the back wheel first because I kind of struggled with that one a bit more, and I applied degreaser on the whole chain. And at this point is where I noticed that other wire that I think it's cable, right? It's part of the cabling system, not wiring. So here's where I noticed that that cable was really frayed. I don't think it's too bad right now, but I know if it gets worse, it can mess up everything. I did try to push it in. I know I think I'm gonna need a little cap, but I'm not sure if you guys can recommend me something on what to do or how to secure it a little bit better so it's not sticking out that far out and then it happens again. So if you have a recommendation on what to do with that little guy, please let me know. I ended up putting degreaser on the chains and the disc on the back wheel, let it sit for a little bit, right? And then I popped off the two wheels. After that, I got the bicycle all wet, and then I sprayed it with a bunch of cleaning soap. I can put what I bought here on the screen so you guys can let me know if those are recommended or if I should stay away from them. Big reason why I put off cleaning my bicycle so much, I think it's because I noticed myself getting very frustrated, and actually, I take that back. I feel myself getting embarrassed, which then turns into frustration because I feel like I should be able to do these things. I don't know why. And I get a little bit afraid. So that's why I don't really do things. I think that I need to be like super prepared. I look at a bunch of videos. I look at a bunch of things of what I should have before doing certain things. And I just kind of end up being in this not paralysis, delay certain things, right? So glad I finally actually did this. The bicycle looks a lot better. I hope that I actually did it right. I really don't know. I kind of wanted to share with you guys the products that I used, what I did, so you guys, people that know a little bit more than I do, can let me know. I also want to share that it's okay if you feel a little frustrated and embarrassed. Go on your own pace. Do think that this YouTube channel has helped me stay a little bit more accountable and to actually push myself out there a bit more, just because I'm showing the progress, and it's making me, I don't know, it's making me try different things, which is making it, one, a little bit less scary to try new things, and then two, giving me a little bit more confidence after I do it, right? So anyway, I cleaned the bicycle, put lube on the chain, made sure everything was dry before I stored it away. I think I used proper tools. I only used a microfiber towel for washing it and drying it, and then the brushes I used more so on the chain. Yeah, so this was my first time removing everything, washing the bicycle, putting everything back together. What cost me the most heartache was putting back the back wheel. For some reason, I really struggled with that. I'm hoping that the more I do this, the easier it'll get. I also think that it will take me less time in the future once I get this, once I get more comfortable doing all of these things, and it'll make me feel more confident in my bike in general. Like, I'll understand the bicycle and the components and everything. So I highly recommend it. I used to not wash my bicycles at all. This was the first bicycle I actually washed, so I'm pretty proud of myself. And I have 2 more bicycles that I need to wash. One's an electric bicycle, and then the other one is another bike. I don't know if you can see it inside the garage. I forgot to close the garage, so editing that was not fun. Yeah, so it's my first wash that I've done, and it took me, I want to say, about 2 hours taking everything off, but I was also recording, so I think if I remove the recording aspect and just count for the wash itself, I think it took me about an hour and a half, maybe 1 hour. I'm hoping that once I do this a little bit more, that it'll take me a lot less, maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Anyway, it's super easy, guys. You should do it. Clean your bicycles. What you have to do is decrease the chains and anything that touches the chain. You don't have to keep it too much on there. I did because I hadn't washed it in about a month and in a week. So decrease it, rinse it, wash everything. The frame, the chain, everything. Take off the wheels, wash the wheels, just scrub everything down. Once you're done, once everything's kind of cleaned off and the chain is cleaned off, then put the lube. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments how often you guys wash your bicycles.